What's up everybody, Ben here back with another video. Today we have the next edition of the 3D Discord time trial, time attack, whatever we want to call it, Hotlap challenge, blah blah blah. Last week we had Bathurst and Oz, Mestizo, and RVR were kind enough to let me choose the lap and the car this week, so I decided to go with the classic Hockenheimring and the Mercedes CLK LM GT1. I forget the name of it anyways. Basically this car epitomizes, you know, my childhood. Gran Turismo featured this. This was like the car when I was getting into sports car racing. I know it had some issues at Le Mans. You may have seen the footage of that. But yeah, I know it raced at the classic Hockenheimring. I think it was involved in a pretty big fire in the pits one year, but the car did win the World Sports Car Championship, so it's a good one. It looks great. It's kind of what we all want with the new LMP1 hypercar regs. It's like what we want to see, a car that looks at least like a road car, even though it's purely a prototype. Like, they made 20 of them for homologation, right? But they're race cars essentially. Anyways, thanks to RVR, Oz, Mestizo, everybody on 3D Discord. I'll put the link in the description below. They all got channels. Go check them out. Thanks for liking this video and subscribing to the channel. If you want to see more, let me know what you would like to see next time I get to choose. We'll come back around in the rotation. Anyways, this lap was a tough one. I'm going to let the footage speak for itself, but I'm very happy with how it turned out. You may have seen the title. It's a bit of a spoiler, but I'm proud of how I did. So yeah, boy. Anyways, here's the lap. I'll have the setup afterwards, and you can go out and give it a try and see if you can beat me. Bye for now. That's right. Top of the leaderboards with a 155.783. Womp, 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 womp. Sorry, I'm a little excited. That took a lot of work. I think I could go a tiny bit faster. I lost a bit of time in a few places, but I'm pretty happy with that. I'll give it another go. Anyways, thanks everybody at the 3D Discord for letting me choose this one. I know it's a bit of a boring circuit, but when you start tweaking, it's a lot of fun. RVR put in a nice time here. I was in the 159s this morning, so I rose to the occasion here, and we'll see if anybody else can set a better lap. Alright, I'm going to have the setup after this. Thanks for watching, thanks for liking and subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now. Alright, so here's the setup I used for my lap. I actually kind of went a bit higher on the tire pressures, just because I wanted them to be a bit higher on the straightaway so that I had less rolling resistance. I didn't fiddle with lowering them too much. It might increase the grip in some of the twisty bits where you can gain a bit of time. I went max extreme on the brake ducts, closed all the way, brake pressure down, and a bit biased towards the front just because that's what works for me. You can fiddle with this, but there's a lot of big heavy braking, so I wanted it towards the front to keep the rear end nice and stable. The downforce, this is a big question. I went with super low downforce to try and get as much speed as possible, and then I shifted the weight forward a bit actually to try and get a bit more bite on turn-in. You can fiddle with this and see what works for you. It's my driving style, but it's probably possible to go just as fast with a bit of more rear wing to keep it in line. Didn't really touch the camber. The ride height obviously slammed down as low as it'll go. I did stiffen the front springs a bit to keep the front off the ground. Where's the camera? To keep the nose from touching the ground, and to give me a bit better turn in and stuff. Same with the rear. I went with 70 on the rear ride height to give me some rake, and all that downforce from the rear wing is pushing the rear down, so you need it a bit higher to start with to keep the car a bit level. Toe, I reduced some of the toe, reduced some anti-roll bar in the rear to give them a bit more the lateral grip. In the front, I reduced the anti-roll bar a tiny bit as well because I was kind of having a lot of understeer issues. Symmetrical setup here, dampers. I think I reduced the bump stop a tiny bit, played with the fast damping to help with the curbs. The key to this lap is you got to use the curbs just a bit to clip those chicanes. Extreme on the radiator, obviously, 0. Engine braking, I actually liked a little bit of engine braking, so I went from like 7 to 5 just to help stop. But it does slow down if you're not applying any throttle. Change the gear ratios for max speed. Decrease the traction control a bit. I think I had it on 9 originally. I went up to 11 just because I didn't want it cutting in on me at all. Could probably tweak the ABS to give a bit better braking. The diff, I don't think I did much with it. I could play with it a bit, but this lap was really about the aero and reducing the drag and getting the line right. If anything, I might open up the coast and maybe close down on the power just to get a bit more down the straight coming out of those chicanes. Anyways, that's my setup. Give it a try, see how you do, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.